Hey guys, Zero here again. We got another unboxing, but it's not really an unboxing because I know you're going to see what it is right away. So it's an opening, a box opening. I picked this up at Star Wars Celebration. Not the recent one, the one in 2017 up in Florida, or down in Florida. My buddies and I took a road trip, and I was searching for the Millennium Falcon, but the going price at the convention was $650, and I was not prepared to pay that for a toy. So, not that toy anyway. But I wound up finding this, which I wanted before. I just, again, with most of my history in toy collecting and hunting and stuff like that, anybody knows will tell you, I miss everything. I will see something in the store and I'm like, oh, that's cool, it's out, I want to get that, but I'll get it later, and then I go back and it's gone, and then I miss my opportunity, and then I wind up paying more for it later because eBay. But I found this for a really good price. This is the Toys R Us exclusive TIE Fighter from episode 4. So it's the gray TIE Fighter, not the blue. And it is the Toys R Us exclusive, like the Target exclusive, has the oversized wings. They call them oversized wings, but these wings are actually the right size. They're supposed to be. They're designed to be, like, it's supposed to look like the way it's supposed to look. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know TIE Fighters, you know that the wings are always really small and, you know, made to fit in a small box. But this guy, they had one at Toys R Us and they had one at Target. This is the 30th anniversary, I believe. I think that's this one. Something like that. I know this was the 30th anniversary release. It was out during that time. Yeah. 7707. See that there? 7707. So this was the 30th anniversary release of this TIE Fighter. They did some updates to the cockpit and the pilot and stuff like that. I don't think he's like vintage or Black Series collection style. You know, I don't think he's that articulated, but I believe that he might be. That just might be what it is. But we're going to take a look at it. We're going to pop this open. Now, I know a lot of collectors are going to be like, no, what are you doing, Zero? But there's a reason for this. There's a reason I'm opening this, finally. You know, I've had it sitting on my thing for 2 years plus, you know, and I got a bunch of Star Wars stuff sitting in boxes still. And I've realized that, you know, I don't have enough space to display all these things, you know, that I would love to display. I just don't have the space. So I have to narrow my collection down to the few things that I feel that are really quintessential for my love for this, you know, the franchises that I collect, like Gundam, you know, Star Wars, superhero action figures, things like that, statues. I have a bunch of stuff, but I have to narrow it all down because I can't display it all. So I narrowed it down to the TIE Fighter and the Luke Skywalker X-Wing. So I have that now, and you can check out the video for that in the description. I'll put that in the description too, or this one in that description, whichever one I release first. But I will be hanging these on my wall back there. I'll be hanging them up, so they'll be hanging. They'll be out. You know, they're not. They're collectibles, but they're not being collected for money. This is just for me. This is for my personal enjoyment. You know, even my other collectibles, 90% of the collectibles I own were bought for my enjoyment and not for financial gain. And, you know, selling things on eBay is a tricky game. So I'm going to filter through a lot of my Star Wars stuff, get rid of a lot of things that I just don't have the space for. So keep an eye out because I might do giveaways as well for some of that stuff, or raffles or whatever I can, you know, do. But yeah, the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter I'm going to keep. So we're going to crack this bad boy open. We're going to take a look at it. I'll get it all unwrapped and taken out of the package, and then you guys can see it, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, sit tight. We'll be right back. Alright guys, let's take a quick look at this TIE Fighter from The 30th anniversary collection from Toys R Us. This is a Toys R Us exclusive. We're just gonna pop this open real quick. Hopefully it won't take me too long to get this out of the package. I apologize if it does. And if it does, I'm gonna edit it out. So I'll stop talking for a second. Jesus Christ, that took forever. Instructions. Ugh, tape over twisty ties. Come on, guys. That's lame. Really, you don't want anybody to steal this fucking thing? Because you're not going to see a gigantic ass TIE fighter leave the damn store. That's why I say kids always carry clippers. Wow. That was stupid. And you have to tear the box up to get this out. Alright, well. One wing. Center pod. Second wing. Box is garbage. Literally. Fucker. God damn. What a waste of packaging, man. Jeez. So here's a TIE Pilot. Always liked these guys, even though they were a little short. And he's got little short legs too. TIE Pilot. Comes with a little blaster. Little Stormtrooper blaster. I'm going to keep it taped to his hand though. His head's kind of big. But he does have the little tubey thingies. Does he move? Yeah, his head moves a little bit. His little chest plate moves too. His arms kind of move, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. So there's no shoulder articulation, just circle. Okay, so you can definitely tell it's one of the older figures. So it's not like the vintage collection figure at all. But he does have a bicep swivel and a glove swivel. Does his elbow bend? Maybe. Doesn't look like this elbow bends at all. This one does though. Or is it bent? Nope, it's just bent. Okay, so no elbow joint. His legs just go straight forward. And he bends at the knee. And his boots, do they swivel? No swivel. Okay. No ankle motion. There's a little bit of, oh, there's a knee swivel. Okay, so his knees will swivel a little bit. So he's like limited articulation. So yeah, like early 2000s series, Power of the Force type guys. Here we have one of the big panels. Look at that. The detail's pretty cool. You hear that? That's the solar arrays. Old school. It's got the old just slide in clicky thing like the old original TIE fighters used to have, and there's springs in there. So you hit the button, I'm sure, and it'll explode and send the thing flying. Now again, back in the day, this is kind of like the X-Wing that Luke Skywalker has now, but back in the day these used to have a little piece right here, and it looked silly because you couldn't see the ion engines, but it had a little piece here where the batteries would go, where you'd hit a button and the little lights would light up. You know, but they don't have that anymore. That used to be the light bulb right there. They kind of just molded around it. But it looks pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure. That it's so old that the rubber is actually just like hard. That's fucked up. Oh, there you go. It just pops open. Okay, so we have the original type seat in there. Like the old little just open bucket where he sits in, and there's some stickers there for the console. And then there's also stickers in the front so you can see through the windshield. The paint application's okay, it's not terrible. I mean, I like the gray. And he fits in there. don't like the way this closes together, but he fits in there, and he's in there. You can see him. Let's get this thing together, huh? In there. Click it in place. Get the other wing in there. Click that in place. Nope. Didn't get that right. Let's try that again. There we go. So it's huge. You can see it's pretty big, but and it sits on its wings, but it's it's sagging. The wings are sagging. I'll show you. The wings sag. You know, there's a lot of weight on them, so they sag. So I will probably, you can see that there's a lot of play in the wings, and that's just the design of that mechanism. It's just the way that thing is. There is a new one out. There was a Walmart exclusive TIE Fighter in blue, same big wings. I don't think they were this big though. They were big, but they weren't this big because the box isn't even this big. But the canopy had the double where it opened up the two, and it had the red, and it had a better seat with a seat belt, more detailed cockpit. So like I said, this is an older version, so it's like 2010, 2011. And I got it, like I said, because it's the gray. It's the original color of the TIE Fighters, which I liked. But yeah, here are the instructions. So they're pretty basic. There's no stickers. It's just all paint app. I mean, I could probably go over it with a wash, you know, to kind of color it up a little bit. This is actually going to go with my X-Wing, my Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. I'm going to try and hang him from the ceiling with some piano cable. See if I can get him up there, you know, just to have him hanging. And that's it. And like I said, the rest of my Star Wars stuff I'm going to be filtering through and getting rid of. It's because I don't have enough space for all of it. But I really wanted something to just have the quintessential Star Wars thing. And the TIE Fighter and X-Wing are pretty much Star Wars. Like you can't deny that. So, you know, you see it and you're like, oh, it's Star Wars. You know what I mean? But there you go. That is the 30th anniversary Hasbro Star Wars Episode 4 TIE Fighter with pilot. And I got this for $60. As far as ratings, I'm going to give this like, I'm going to give this 3 tacos. Because it's an older design. They didn't do much inside the canopy. Like, it's big. It came with a figure. The price was fair because I negotiated it, not because that's what they wanted. But the design itself on the pod is old. You know, it's got an old design. They didn't really update it too much. They gave it a couple new stickers, but they didn't do much to change the interior. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that kind of bothers me. It's like you got the potential, you got all these detailed wings and all this stuff, and they didn't actually fix the problem with the original TIE Fighters and all the TIE Fighters, with the exception of like the Advanced and the Interceptor, because the Interceptor and Advanced have smaller wings, so they don't dangle as much. But all the TIE Fighters, even the little wing TIE Fighters, the wings always drooped. You know, they always hung because of the spring action thing. So they never fixed that, and I just kind of like, that's where it puts me with this one. You know, it's cool because it's big and it's almost legitimate size TIE Fighter for the figure, but it loses points for, you know, old school tech and not updating anything other than just the skin, you know. And again, no electronics. I think something this big, this huge, come on, you can't put a battery in there and put a fucking light that blinks, you know, or makes a beepy sound. You know, I mean, that's just me, but, or, look, if you can put, for $20, they can make a model kit of a TIE Fighter that has lights and sound in a tiny little device. Why can't you put that in here? There's tons of space. As a matter of fact, I may actually butcher that thing and put one in here just so I have some sound in this thing. You know, that just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. It's like you have this huge toy with all this empty space inside. Why not utilize it for sound? Give it some more playability. You know what I mean? I'm not playing with it. I'm just saying that that's my take. You know, for the money we're spending on these things. And let's face it, kids aren't buying these toys. parents are buying these toys for their kids, maybe, or for themselves. Let's be real. Like, I didn't buy this for my son. I bought that for me. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my opinion. 3 tacos for the 30th anniversary episode 4 TIE Fighter with pilot. As always, thanks for watching. You can like, subscribe, share, comment below if you like this model, if you don't like it, if you have one, you think it's better, you know, show me what you got. Check out my my Dungeon Master group on Discord. We do a bunch of different things, a bunch of creative people, 3D printing, all kinds of projects. It's called Tabletop Dungeoneers. Tell them Zero sent you, you know. And as always, I have my email in the description below because I don't have my Patreon set up. And if you want to donate anything to the channel, that'd be great. Just hit me up there or email me. And thanks for watching, guys.